this a test run, and let's see what happens. So that's the SDK push on my phone, and as you can see, it is a successful particular request accepted for processing. Get started with this tutorial. You're going to need a few things. First of all, you're going to need an account at Safaricom Daraja, so be sure to get one. And next, we're going to be using an SDK. So just head over to my GitHub repo. You can go ahead and follow me, and then we're going to go into the repositories, and the repository you want is the M-PESA SDK, which I have forked from the original Safaricom repo. So this is going to be the actual SDK that we will be using for this tutorial. So I have served this up on localhost 8000, and I have added nothing at all to this project. So we are starting with a plain Laravel project. I've gone ahead and opened this up in my Visual Studio Code editor. So let's just go ahead and get started. So first of all, what you do need to do is you first need to install using Composer, which is a package manager for PHP. So if you don't have Composer, I'll also leave that in the description so that you can go ahead and install it. So just go ahead and copy this command, and then you will just run this. So go ahead and just run this, and we're just going to get rid of this for now as it continues running. Let's get ahead and start doing some things. So I don't want to mess with this configuration, because if I do, then this installation will not work. So I'm just going to cut to the scene where this has completely installed this particular SDK. So it has completely finished installing. So what we need to do next is to go into our project root, and because we're on Laravel, we won't need to create this env file. We already have this. So just head back and then just head into your .env file. So just go ahead and scroll down to the very end of this file. Then we're going to add this particular environment configurations right here. For the environment, we are on sandbox, so just leave it as sandbox. And then for the consumer key and secrets, just head back into your Daraja account. So once you are on your Daraja home, just go ahead and click on APIs. Then click on my applications. This is where you have all your sandbox, your production apps, and your rejected apps. So right here I have all my sandbox apps that I've created in the past, and I'm just going to pick one at random to use for this project. So this is taking a little while to load, so bear with me. So let's just pick the Daraja one, copy the consumer key, just like that. So just paste it right here, and the consumer secrets. And just paste that in as well. Okay, so once you have done that, we have successfully configured the environment variables. So for Laravel users, we also need to go into our config and add this under the application service providers. So just head back to your text editor, go into config, and then app.php. Then just scroll down until you get to the providers, the application providers. So right here we have the providers, but we are more interested in the application service providers right here. And go ahead and add this right here. One more thing we need to do is we need to create an alias. We need to create an alias for this, so that instead of writing out this entire string, we can just call and import that alias. So just go ahead and copy this, and right here under aliases, go ahead and paste it right here, and we are done. So we are done with the configuration of that application. So just go ahead and close this up and close the env file as well. So now just go ahead and move into your resources and into your views and go into the welcome blade.php, which, if you're not aware, Blade is the templating engine for Laravel. That is how you get to see the views that you actually see on the homepage or the DOM. So let's just get rid of everything here. And I'm using Emmet, an extension for VS Code, to generate some boilerplate code for me. Then I'm just going to call this Lara push or something. Lara push. And then I'm just going to input a h1 in here. And I'm going to call this Laravel SDK push. And I'm just going to add an emoji so this isn't plain like that. And then I'm just going to go ahead into my browser and I'm going to give this a quick refresh. And as you can see, we have successfully changed that to Laravel SDK push. So what we want to do now is we want to go and create a controller so that once we navigate to a certain route, that is the particular code that will run. So just bring back your terminal, and in here you want to create your controller. So PHP artisan make controller, and I'm going to call mine pay controller, but you can name yours to your preference, just like that. Let's give it a few seconds to run. Okay, so it has been created successfully. So let's just head back to our text editor. I'm going to close this off, and then I'm just going to close this off as well. And then I'm going to hit on the go and then go to file. So I'm just going to type in pay controller and then click on it like that. So as you can see, this is where you actually define your controller. So I'm going to go into this class right here. This is where I'm going to define my function. But before I do that, I also need to import M-PESA. So because we created the alias, you just go ahead and say use and just say M-PESA, just like that, and you're good to go. So in here, let's go ahead and create a function. So public function, and I'm going to call this SDK, and then I'm just going to go ahead and create it as such. Then we're going to head back to the documentation, and as you can see, we can do a lot with this. We can do a business to customer transaction, an account balance request, but what I'm really interested in is the SDK push simulation. So this is exactly what you need. So just go ahead and copy that and then just paste it inside of this function. So just like that. And I'm going to do a little bit of, so what we now have to do is actually provide the values for these variables that are necessary to initiate the SDK push for this model. So let's just go ahead and define the business shortcode. So for the sandbox, it's usually just 174.379. For the Lipa na M-PESA passkey, I don't trust this, so let me just get rid of this. We'll just get the credentials from our account at Daraja. For the transaction type, it's usually customer pay bill online. And for the amount, let's just do 1 shilling. party A, that is your particular phone number. So let me just replace this with my phone number. So 11511037. Yep. Then for party B, that is the same business shortcode as before. And for the phone number, just go ahead, repeat your phone number. For the callback URL is where you will receive the data from this particular transaction. So basically your domain and whatever path you specified. And for the account reference, is as long as it's just a string, this will be useful later, but just key in a string. And for the transaction description, same thing. And the remarks as well, just a string. So just go ahead and just do that. So let's just go ahead and navigate to our developer account. We need those credentials. So to get these credentials, go into the APIs tab and click on APIs. This is where we're going to simulate a transaction and get the test credentials that we will need for this particular tutorial. So just go ahead into M-PESA Express and click on the simulate button. Once you have clicked this, leave all these presets as they are. Just pick on one of your applications. So I'm just going to pick on one of my old apps. So let me just click on one at random, which for this case I'm going to go with Daraja. Then I'm going to leave everything as it is and then just scroll to the bottom and click on this test credentials button. So just click on that test credentials button and it will provide you with everything you need for the credentials. So what I need is the passkey, so I'm just going to go ahead and click on copy and then just head back to my editor, and right here we have to paste in the passkey. So just paste in the passkey right here. Okay, so what we have to do now, let me just quickly, I want to be able to see all this data. So I'm going to use this method, this Laravel method, and just data dump all the data. So data dump SDK push simulation. And then once we have actually done that, we have to actually define a route so that this particular code will run once we go into that particular route. So let's just close that. Open up your Explorer. Let me just close all this, close that, close this. And what you need to do is you need to go into your routes and navigate into web.php. So first of all, before we get started, you actually have to import the controller. So we have to import the controller so that we can reference it in our routes. So just go ahead and type in use app. You're just providing the path to this. So app http controller okay. So just like that, we have imported our controller. So what we now have to do is go and define the routes. So just go ahead and define these routes. get, and then the route I'm going to define is I want when I navigate to pay. So I'm just going to go ahead and create that pay. Then what I want to do is to reference the controller. So pay controller class. Then the function that is to run is SDK. And just like that, we're pretty much done for this application. So let's just go ahead and test this on our browser. So let's give this a test run, and let's see what happens. So that's the SDK push on my phone, and as you can see, it is a successful particular request accepted for processing. So yeah, that was it for the implementation of Daraja SDK push with Laravel. Hope you enjoyed this. If you did, then be sure to give me a like, subscribe to the channel, and if you can, go ahead and support me on M-PESA. Link is down in the description. I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.